Hello, this is another episode of Baseless Babble. Of course, like the other 2 weeks so far in the NFL season, I'll be doing the week 3 predictions. Before I start, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Last week, I predicted all 16 games correctly. And if you don't believe me, you can go watch that video. Because I did it before Thursday night. I got all 16 games correct. Means I'm a fucking prophet. Alright? This week, it's not going to be so simple because the games are a lot harder to predict. So, Thursday night, we got the Dolphins at the Bills. Um, Josh Allen last week broke his nose. I think he's got a black eye. Um, Something else weird happened with the Bills last week that may impact their play this week. Um, And the Dolphins looked abysmal, according to all of the sports experts. I didn't watch the Dolphins game last week, but I saw a few clips. Yeah, basically, everyone thinks the Bills are going to destroy the Dolphins, and they're also home. I'm not going to disagree with them. The Josh Allen always fucking destroys the Dolphins. He always throws for like fucking 4 touchdowns, and he throws to like his wide receiver three like while he's doing it, and he's just a fucking freak. Um, However, this time I don't know. I think the Dolphins have something to prove, and I think like if they can link up some kind of run game with A-Chain. I think Jeff Wilson's still on the team. They have Tyreek Hill who could individually win the game for them. Um, it's unlikely that the Dolphins are going to win, but I took a look at the odds that they were giving for the game, and the Dolphins were like plus 500, which is just insane. Um, like there's no way they're going to be that bad. I'm sure the Dolphins can turn it around and have like a decent game or a decent season. So maybe this one will be secretly competitive. Still gonna pick the Bills. Next game is the Packers versus the Browns. Now the Packers honestly look undefeatable. Their defense just looks so good. I mean, they ate up the Commanders and they ate up the Giants. So this week, man, I don't even know who's playing quarterback because it might not be Joe Flacco. Again, I think Jerry Judy's kind of a joke. Cedric Wilson's pretty good. The tight ends there are pretty good, but the Browns O line, Browns run game, Browns quarterback play probably not going to be the best. On top of already the best defense in the league this season, so Browns are going to get smoked. I'm going to take the Packers. However, I do think that the Packers lack a alpha wide receiver. Now they have a really good offense, right? And they're probably going to be the best team in football this year so far. But the Browns defense is actually really good. So, they've got Greg Newsome, and you may ask, what does Greg know? Greg knows how to play football. They've got Denzel Ward, who is the warden. He locks shit down. They've got linebackers that know how to tackle. They've got Miles Garrett, who's, you know, gonna get his. So I actually think Jordan Love could struggle in this game, but the Packers defense might fucking score 3 touchdowns. So it doesn't really matter. So I'll take the Packers. Next game, I've got the Colts at Tennessee. Cam Ward looks good. The Titans team does not look good. Also, in the two prior videos, I kind of thought that Mike Vrabel was still the head coach of the Titans. He is not. I don't know who is. I think it's it's like some guy who used to be on the Bengals for a while. He might have been an offensive coordinator or something. Honestly, I never saw anything out of the Bengals that was like relevant, unless it was Joe Burrow era. Which maybe he's got a mind for the game. I don't know. Um, Last week the Colts got a fucking bullshit victory against the Broncos. They were supposed to hit a 60-yard kick. They missed it. It became a 45-yard kick, and they won. And the reason they missed it is because the Broncos special teams unit touched the center during the kick. Like three of them fucking jumped on the fucking center to block the kick. And it's like, dude, there's a rule put in place where you can't touch the center. And like the way they went about that play was so poorly done that I would like expect them to be like first year college players or something. Like I can't believe the Broncos threw the game in that fashion. Really curious like if the NFL is scripted or if like what goes around comes around. So like did the Colts get a bullshit win? Are they going to lose this week? Or was it the Broncos shouldn't have won at some point in time, so that's why they lost against the Colts? I don't actually know, but there's some level of like karma and, Justin Timberlake song related to what's happening right now with the Colts and the Broncos. So that's going to carry on through the season. I can already feel it. Um, Man, I want to make the case that the Titans are going to win this game. Kind of based off of the Colts beating the Broncos last week when they really like maybe I mean, Daniel Jones looked good, the receivers looked okay, Jonathan Taylor looked good, the defense looked I mean, they outplayed Bo Nix, but I'm not really impressed by the Broncos offense, so I really don't know where to go with this one. I would argue that the Titans have a better offense than the Broncos. I think I have the Broncos listed like the 28th best receiver room and the Titans are like near 20th. So should be a significantly better offense that the Colts are going up against. I don't really know too much about I don't watch Titan games. I don't know about the Titans defense. Um and honestly that was such a close game against the Broncos last week for the Colts that maybe the Titans being a better team with a worse defense could cause some trouble for the Colts. So I do see upset potential here, but I'm still going to take the Colts. But I don't know where the timeline is going to stray for the Colts. But overall, I think that they look pretty good. So I'll take the Colts to go 3-0. Um, Bengals Vikings. So no Joe Burrow. That's disappointing. The Jake Browning guy, I was kind of hating on him all week. Because I thought that he sucked, and I do remember last season that he played okay in a few games and led them to a few wins. I think he won 3 games in a row, from what I can remember, and then he became mediocre. Now I don't know who he played because it could have been some bum ass fucking teams, so I don't know how relevant his wins are. Also, you never know. Maybe they ran the ball more. I don't want to credit Jake Browning too much for throwing the ball to Jamar Chase. It's not that hard. You just need to not throw it to the defense hands. On the other side of the ball, it's Cincinnati versus the Vikings. Uh, Carson Wentz is probably going to be the quarterback, and dude, Justin Jefferson's gonna love that, dude. he does not want to have some inexperienced bum throwing balls to him, bro. He wants a vet. He wants a vet who knows what he's doing. He wants Kirk Cousins. He wants a vet who's gonna throw the ball to him and is, gonna play to win. JJ McCarthy is playing for himself, dude. He's not playing for the Vikings organization or for his teammates or for history. He's playing for himself based off of the first 2 weeks that I've seen him play football. So now that we have a real quarterback in who knows how to fucking operate an offense, I will be taking the Vikings and Carson Wentz to beat the Bengals without Joe Burrow. It's going to be a very sad and disappointing season for the Bengals. Next game, we've got Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers at the Patriots up in New England. Again, this game I think can also go up either way. Um, I think this one can go either way. Now, I imagine Tomlin's going to be doing some better coaching. I don't know if his strategy going into the season is, hey, I'm going to make sure we win one, lose one, so that I end up with a 9-8 record at the end of the season. And I'm a first round playoff exit, so I can keep my plus 500. I don't know what the strategy is there for Mike Tomlin. Did they fire Matt Canada? I don't know. Um, Dude, I think the Patriots defense is good, so I think the Steelers will struggle. Jaylen Warren will probably have a very good game. Um, Chris Boswell, I feel like Chris Boswell is gonna miss a kick. Okay, that's just my thought. We're in New England. It's windy. It might be cold. Probably not, because we're, not really next to winter yet. But like when I think of New England, I think they're like on a fucking mountain in the snow, and it's hard to play football there. And you know what? Chris Boswell's been in the league so long that he played Tom Brady probably multiple times in New England, and he's gonna see like a ghost. Or he's gonna see a ghost like Sam Darnold, but he's gonna get a chill up his neck. Okay, and when he gets a chill up his neck, he's gonna be like slightly uncomfortable. He might miss a kick. However, that defense is elite. I think the defense is, as long as Cam Hayward stops bitching about money and plays for history and fame and fortune and the One Piece, um, think they're probably going to beat the Patriots because I don't have a lot of faith in the Patriots offense. Next game, Rams versus the Eagles. The Rams look good, man. Defense is back. Matthew Stafford never left. I haven't seen a lot out of Kyron Williams. That's his name, right? The running back there. Um, and honestly, the Eagles look shaky. Like I thought the Cowboys were gonna beat them, and then they did get ahead against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are dysfunctional. I think the Chiefs are like dysfunctional until they're not, and then they're playoff bound. Um, I really don't like that whoever the OC is over there is not getting AJ Brown more involved. Um, I think Dallas Goedert hurt himself. I do like that Devonta Smith is involved because at times he is not involved. Um, and I would like to see, more of a reliance on Saquon, uh, or their depth wide receivers. So they have John Mechie the third, and they have Jahan Dotson, who are both very good players. The Eagles should be very scary, and they don't look very scary besides the O line and Saquon. That is terrifying. Everything else looks pedestrian. So their reliance on the tush push, which last week did not look very good from what I can remember, I am going to take the Rams at home against the Eagles. The Eagles are the ones in the nest. The Eagles are home in the nest. The Rams are going there to knock the nest over. Get it? Good. Next game, New York Jets at the Buccaneers. So Baker Mayfield hurt his leg. Okay, uh, personally, I know he's gonna play through that shit, but if he doesn't play through it, it's Teddy Bridgewater, and the quarterback for the Jets is Tyrod Taylor. I'm so over that guy. He's probably gonna get a concussion like 9 minutes into the game, and the Jets are gonna be playing with their QB3, and I don't know who that is. Really hope it's not Trevor Simeon. Um, I don't think the Jets are going to do anything. Garrett Wilson might have a great game because whoever the quarterback is going to throw to Garrett Wilson continuously. Um, but Jets QB is going to get blitzed up by Todd Bowles. It's the Todd Bowles revenge game. I feel like it's a revenge game for somebody else on the Buccaneers too. I can't quite think of who it is, but at least Todd Bowles. Um, right. So Teddy Bridgewater will operate the Bucks defense fine. Their right tackle is out for the season, so which is kind of disappointing because I watched that Chargers game and like I wasn't impressed by the pass protection, but like, the Buccaneers offense, the way they run, like their wide receiver routes is creative enough that like they don't need the best um pass protection because Mike Evans is always open and in big in Ibuka, whatever that guy's name is, Kombucha. Um, he's really fast, so you don't really need that much pass protection. You might need it now because Baker's leg is fucked up. So I expect them to switch. And last week the run game looked really good. So if they're right tackle, right guard, if I think it was right guard, if he was a big part of their run game, it is going to be very disappointing, which it was. Their run protection, their run blocking looked amazing last week. Um, Bucky Irving and Rashad White fucking fed like families. Um, expect the Bucks to resort to shorter passing if Baker is immobile, and expect their pass protection to crumble a little bit. The Jets defense is pretty good. I think Sauce Gardner might be a fraud. And dude, I don't even know. I know the Williams brothers are on the Jets and they're quite good. They don't have uh not good with names right now. They used to have a linebacker there who was a big voice for the team, who's a pretty good veteran. He left the team. I think he retired. And their safeties for the Jets, I feel like have been underperforming. So I will take the Bucks at home. Raiders versus Washington. Gino looked bad last week, man. Um, Brock Bowers looked good for even not even being 100%. Gino just looked bad. Like Gino could have won that game against the Chargers. Um, and they don't give the ball to Ashawn Genty. Like they do. Like but they keep taking him out. Like, they keep taking him off the fucking field. And like if you just let him warm up and like cook and like, played I don't know. Raiders are kind of disappointing. I think it doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter how good the Raiders are or could be because they're playing the Commanders and the Commanders defense is really good and the Commanders offense is really good. And I still think that the Raiders would lose even if Jaden Daniels doesn't play, who's hurt. If he does play, again, shorter passing, and he'll just slowly, chip away at the Raiders, um, who I think their cornerbacks and safeties are very exposable. Um, If it is Marcus Mariota, I think Washington can still win. Marcus Mariota is a legit quarterback. He's pretty mobile. Expect him to extend the play while getting chased by Max Crosby. Okay, but you know what though? Washington had a lot of defensive injuries last week, and they lost Austin Eckler. I don't know if they have a quality running back. I'm not a believer in Bill until I see it. So I don't know. This is a close one for me, but I mean, I think Mariota knows at this point that he only gets so many chances, and I think it's a Mariota revenge game because he used to be the quarterback two for the Raiders, and they had Derek Carr, and I don't know, bro. I'm sure he holds something in his heart against the Raiders. So let's see it, bro. Let's see it on film. I'll take the Commanders at home. Falcons versus the Panthers. This is either going to be a super low scoring game or a super high scoring game. I really like Bryce Young and the Carolina offense. And honestly, I think the Carolina defense is quite underrated. And that JC Horn kid is nuts. I know they traded away Brian Burns. I don't remember what they got for it. I think it was some first round picks, but I don't remember if they got a player from the Giants. Either way, I still think they're well coached down there. I don't know how many coordinators they went through defensively. The Falcons, man. So Bijan looks good. The run game looks good. Tyler Algier looks good. Michael Penix is not impressive. Kyle Pitts looks good. Drake May, they've got not Drake May, Drake London. They've got Drake London blocking. That's like a big theme is that he's blocking on every play. Like that I've seen him on the Falcons. I don't remember how many seasons he played with Kirk Cousins or other quarterbacks that were on the Falcons. I don't think he was. Did he play with Matt Ryan in his rookie season? I'm not sure. Either way, most of the years Drake London has been there, he's been fucking blocking. And bro, he's good. Like he's a real receiver. You just need to throw him the ball more than fucking 3 times a game. And then like Falcons offense, if they just added more dimensions to it, right? Because like, bro, they have Darnell Mooney there. Like Darnell Mooney's fast. Darnell Mooney can catch. I know. There was times where like he wouldn't catch it. Okay, but I think he like he took the Amari Cooper route where he became a much better player. And it's just like you don't throw the ball to him. How do you expect him to keep his skills up? How do you expect to score touchdowns by throwing it instead of having Bijan run it in or Tyler Algier fucking steal it from him? I'm not impressed by the Falcons. I mean, their run game looks elite, but I need to see more passing. And I think honestly, like the Panthers at home, they proved enough to me last week against the Cardinals offensively, and I think their defense is legit. I think the Panthers are going to beat the Falcons, which is, and you know what? Like the Falcons beat the Vikings last week, which was fraudulent because JJ McCarthy's not a real quarterback yet, or if he ever will be. And they lost to the Bucks, which was a legit loss. So I mean, like their win last week was fraudulent. The Panthers are the worst team in the league, though. But I don't know. I mean, I believe in Bryce Young a lot more than I believe in Michael Penix. Uh, I'd love for him to prove me wrong. Oh, they had Spencer Rattler. Okay, okay. Anyways, taking the Panthers. Or was this? No, they had Desmond Ritter. They had Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter looked okay at times. I think Desmond Ritter's on the Vikings now. To back up Carson Wentz. He looked okay. I thought he was an okay thrower and a pretty good runner. I mean, that's kind of what you look for now in a franchise quarterback. So, like, I wish they gave him more time. Next game, Houston Jags. So, Trevor Lawrence, a bum. Travis Etienne, a bum. No, I'm just kidding. Travis Etienne's really good. Brian Thomas Jr., like I heard he hurt his wrist and he's not like really trying to catch. That's concerning because he looked real good with Mac Jones. Before Mac Jones, it was Trevor Lawrence. I remember him not being very good with Trevor Lawrence, being very good with Mac Jones. And now we're back with Trevor Lawrence and he's not playing well. Why is that? I don't know. That's weird. Um they have Brandon Strange, who I don't care about. I don't remember who their other wide receiver is. Oh, I really don't care for this Travis Hunter narrative. It's not really my style. Um, yeah, I mean, I thought, dude, like I've seen like enough games of Brian Thomas Jr. where I know he's elite, so I just don't understand why he's not catching balls. Um, Houston look. Oh, dude. So I didn't even mention Houston. Nick Chubb looked okay. They might have let him score that touchdown, but he looked okay. Um, Nico Collins looks great. The rookies look okay. Dalton Schultz looks great as usual. Dallas should have never let him leave, but they've got some tight ends over at Dallas, so it's fine. Um, bro, CJ Stroud, I, I thought was elite, dude. Like I really did. And then like you hear Tom Brady talk about him, and then like you watch him play, and you watch him during this fucking Bucks game last week, and the dude is throwing nowhere near his receiver. He overthrew everybody. That was one of the worst quarterback performances I think I've ever seen. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I watched a lot of football and like I was so like he could have won this game. It was just a free game to win. He would have beat the Bucks. Um CG Stroud really let me down as a fan. And he looked bad last season. And I don't know if this is his fourth season or his third season, but if he played another season other than his rookie season, he looked bad in that season too. I am out on CJ Stroud. I think he's fucking cooked until he finds a new motive on why he needs to play football. I don't know what got to him. I don't know if it was the money, the fame. I don't know what it was. That guy can't play football anymore. I'm taking the Jags. I'm taking the dysfunctional Jags against D'Amico Ryans. I taking the dysfunctional Jags against D'Amico Ryans, Nico Collins, the Houston defense, Kami Fairbairn against fucking all because of CJ Stroud, bro. Like all because of CJ Stroud. He looked so bad last week. Very disappointing. I'm taking the Jags. All right, we got the Broncos versus the Bolts. The Bolts look amazing. Probably Super Bowl contenders so far. I know that's a bit of an exaggeration. I have yet to see it from their running back. I really hope they involve Najee more, and I think they'll be a very legit team. Um, man, the Broncos, like, I just don't like their offense. I don't like the personnel. Like, I was trying to think, like, last season, the Broncos looked good and they made the playoffs. Why did they look good? Lil Jordan Humphrey stepped the fuck up, bro. He only played 7 games, but he stepped the fuck up. He was a threat. I think it's been a while since they've had Tim Patrick, but like Tim Patrick was really good, and then he got hurt. I think maybe they had a different selection of running backs. I mean, it's really weird. The Broncos haven't had good receivers since. I mean, Cortland Sutton's fine, but I I view him as more complimentary. Like they had Jerry Jeudy and like it was working for a hot minute, but then Jerry Jeudy like fell off a train. I like Cortland Sutton. He's a very solid receiver. Prior to that, like they haven't had receivers since Emmanuel Sanders and I mean Brandon Marshall was pretty good for the Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. I can't believe it took me that long to fucking Dude, Demaryius Thomas was so good, bro. All right. Um. Yeah, I mean, I think the Broncos got a lot to think about, and after they made this flag against the Colts, man, where they let the Colts get closer to kick it in. And I would never. I don't know. Justin Herbert looks too good. I'm going for the Chargers. Saints, Seattle. Um, I so far this season I'm a Saints hater, which is weird because when I grew up, the Saints were my second team that I would root for when the Giants would be out. Um, I liked Drew Brees' swagger. I like the way he played. Um, I don't know if there was any other reasons. I just liked Drew Brees, and I thought it was cool to be like. I thought the New Orleans street life was like cool when I was younger. It still is. It's still cool. However, Spencer Rattler's a bum, dude. And Chris Olave looks checked out personally, and Alvin Kamara's getting old. And they still have Taysom Hill on the roster, so you can't really start a new culture if Taysom Hill's still there and still thinks that he can be a quarterback, even though he's accepted that he's a tight. Yeah, I don't buy that. All right, time to fucking clean house for the Saints and go back to being a real football organization. That being said, Sam Darnold looks good. Cooper Kupp looks good. Jackson Smith in Jigba looks good. The run game for Seattle looks good. Kenneth Walker's back. The defense is usually fucking fine, and they've got quality players in their defense. So I'm taking Seattle. Cowboys won, man. That fucking Brandon Aubrey guy, dude. He's got some fucking leg. Um, Cowboys look good. I mean, I think Dak was a little slow to start for whatever reason against the Giants last week, but I mean, Dak gets it done. Here we go. Love that guy. Um, against the Bears, Cowboys versus the Bears. Um, man, what's going on with the Bears, dude? I mean, Rome Odunze looks good. DeAndre Swift is hurt. Now they got to use a backup running back. I'm sure their O line sucks. Receiver. Who's the other receiver? DJ Moore, bro. DJ Moore needs to get off the Bears. He's so good, and it's just like he's wasting away his career on the Bears. Um, fuck, man. The Bears should have just kept Darnell Mooney and like I don't know. I can't anymore. And like, dude, you have Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet's legit, and then you go and draft a tight end. Now, I'm sure the Loveland guy's great, but unless you're running two tight end sets and you have an established run game with those two tight ends to do blocking, which the Bears don't do, why did you draft that guy? Also, I don't know fuck all about the Bears defense anymore. I think they're fucking useless. The last time the Bears were good is when they had fucking Mitch Trubisky in. And the only reason Mitch Trubisky lost his job is because the kicker, Cody Ryland, is that the guy who missed it? The double doink? Bro, Mitch Trubisky looked good. He brought them to the playoffs. They should have kept Mitch Trubisky. They failed Justin Fields, and they're gonna fail Caleb Williams. Mitch Trubisky was the fucking answer, and they let it slip, bro. Taking the Cowboys. Arizona versus the 49ers. Kyler Murray looks slow, and I really am not. I think his. I think maybe he's short, bro. That might be it. I don't know. Like he was fast and short, and now he's just short and slow in the brain. He's not connecting with Marvin Harrison, which is super disappointing. Should have worked harder on that in the offseason. He's not connecting with Trey McBride. Um, like I've only seen bits and pieces of the Cardinals, but that Benson guy looks amazing. I haven't seen John Connor yet. Is it what's his name? Is it John Connor? Josh Connor? James Connor? James Connor, dude. Terminator is fucking damn. All right, so James Connor, haven't seen much of him. I love Mac Jones on the 49ers side. I love Mac Jones. I love Kendrick Bourne. I love fucking Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers defense should be legit. I think Mac Jones just fucking spanks around the Cardinals like it's fucking light work, bro. Fucking hit the Mac Jones gritty on him. Give me the 49ers. Prime time at MetLife. The Chiefs come to verse the Giants. This is either going to be the most disappointing game of the season for me where I completely check out as a Giants fan until Jackson Dart comes in, or Russell Wilson does it again, dude. And if he does it again, I think he can keep doing it. I will say last week against the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys have a good defense, and I really think Mike Kafka stepped it up last week. So hopefully he doesn't become too predictable, because I would love to see more offensive ability um, from the Giants. I just want to see some consistency, man. I just want to be competitive. It's all I want. Um, I'm going to take the Giants for the sake of the video because I'm a Giants fan, but if I was putting money on this game, I would probably pick the Chiefs because there's a very high chance that either the Giants offense fails or the Giants defense fails because we have no corners and we have no safeties. And I swear to God, if Bobby Okikri gets hurt, we're going to have no fucking defense because our defensive coordinator doesn't know how to use the people on the D line to impact the quarterback. So, really hope that guy gets fired because most of our defensive coordinators the past fucking like 6 years, 6, 7 years, bro, have been pretty good. And this guy, not doing it for me last season, not doing it for me this season. So, he's got to go. Last game, Lions versus the Ravens. This one's going to be a crazy game. It's going to tell us a lot about the Lions and the Ravens for the rest of the season. Um, I won't say it's a turning point for either team. If the Lions win this one by like a good margin, then you could expect the Lions to be in the Super Bowl. Um, if they like barely win it, I don't really know. I don't really know. I think the Lions can be up and down. I think they have a very high-powered offense, and I mean they play exciting football. I just don't know. Like I don't know what direction. Honestly, I don't know what the Lions are going to do. So I'd be very surprised if other defenses know what the Lions are going to do because they have so many moving pieces that I think they can always keep it frisky. However, Ravens defense looks good, and Ravens offense looks good. They look great actually, besides fucking not throwing to Mark Andrews. Um, like he actually has receivers, bro, and he's playing out of his mind as a passer. I haven't seen the scrambles. I haven't seen the Lamar scrambles and runs, but I know he's still got it. You know, I think he knows that if he does the scrambles and shit to like win games, that eventually he's going to get hit and his season is going to be over. So I think he's really, really trying to just stay healthy until playoffs. I think that's Lamar's game plan for the season is that he's going to not do that until it is go time. And I don't think he's going to break it out until I won't say playoffs, but like maybe the championship game or like the game before the championship game, um, the conference championship, not the Super Bowl. Because like if you do it in the playoffs and then you get hurt in the next playoff game, then like that's not good. But like So what does he usually get? Like 1,000 rushing yards? Like I think this season he might keep it a lot closer to like 600. And like kind of take the Daniel Jones, like Jalen Hurts approach, where we don't run all the time, but when we do run, we're a top player in the league. If you like this video, go watch my other videos and subscribe to the channel because I'm Baseless Babble.